G'day ladies and gents, and welcome back to Subnautica with Mags. So, today we're going to make a slight expansion to the base. I've been out collecting resources for this. As you know, the last episode we built the bioreactor, and while it's definitely generating enough power during the daylight hours in conjunction with the solar panels, it's not generating quite enough power at night time, and we are running out of juice. So that is what we're going to be looking at doing now. Just need to make sure I've got enough titanium on board. I've also picked up some enameled glass. That's what I've just finished making, so I can actually work on the observation ports down below, but this is our first objective, so we're going to handle this one right now. Now we want a multi-purpose room. We're going to build it through here. Basically, we're just going to build a second bioreactor to run in conjunction with the first, and hopefully that will solve the problem. So, room's built. Sod. Okay. Seems we've run into a little bit of a glitch here. I can't walk through here at all. Alright, so there's a terrain bug. The game seems to think there is a wall at this location that I can't walk past. Oh, we'll have to do this the other way then. Right, so we'll pull this reinforcement down. Well, that put a starter on the start of the video, didn't it? We'll get rid of this ladder here. No, I don't want to climb down. Climb up. We'll deconstruct this ladder. We'll move that to another location. And let's start with a multi-purpose room this way. And the same thing. Okay, we have some interesting terrain glitches here. Damn it. Well, there we go. To be clear, we're building into what is effectively a cliff face here. So these should be being built underground, but it appears even though the rooms are built and the ground has been removed, the game is still remembering that there is ground there, and I can't walk through it. Crap. Alright, well I'm going to need to recover that titanium, so hopefully I can pull those buildings apart from the outside. Spotlight's working. That's the main reason I need this done, because I want to put more spotlights in. Whenever you build a building into a rock face, just in case you're wondering how this hole got here, it automatically terraforms the surrounding terrain. So yeah, there's definitely nothing here, and we can walk around here perfectly fine, so it's only an inside of the building thing. Oh, there we go. There you have it. There is a slight bug. Well, now I've got two gaping holes behind my base. I'll work out something to do with those later. So, where am I going to build this room if not there? I might have to build straight out. So I want it to build parallel to the one that I already have. I wonder if I pull that room down and we build another multi-purpose room just here. It's always worth remembering that Subnautica is in development, so stuff like this will happen. It's not going to be quite as clean as I was hoping, but as long as I can walk through it. Hey, there we go, that's more like it. Alright, so what have we got here? Power, bioreactor. Build the second one here, and we're actually running low on food at the moment, so I'm going to quickly run up the hill, grab some food. How's it going in this one? It's down 1. Alright, so I need 5 plus what I eat. So back out into the dark, where probably none of you can see what's going on right now. I've tried to lighten the video up on this in the past, but unfortunately it's really hard to do so without making the video look crappy. So what I'll do in the future is try and mount some lights up that path so you can actually see what's going on. But first I must solve the power problem. How many more of those are we? Okay, so we eat. It's our food and water sorted. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll just drop down over onto our solar panels and then down to the ground floor. put one of these in this bioreactor. And then we'll put 4 in here. And hopefully that is active and just starting up now. Excellent. It's starting to do its spinny thing, which this one is already doing. The same one should be doing the same thing in just a moment. It is doing it now, and our power is 90, 91, 92, 93, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94. Alright, we're very slowly gaining power at night time, but that's alright. Once the sun comes up, which hopefully won't be too far away, it actually looks like it might already be rising. Yes, already rising. The conjunction of the solar panels and those 2 bioreactors should keep the lights on at night time, or keep it stable for the moment, although it doesn't look like it's holding on by much. So add too many more lights and we may run into a problem. Now, I don't have as much titanium as I would like, but it should be enough to get the job done here. So we jump into the Seamoth. Energy 45. Oh, okay, battery's dead. Why is the battery dead? There was power in it when I come back. Strange. I'll grab the welder again, because obviously I've got to do some repair work. I wonder if they've changed it, so if I, I'm not getting it. I wonder if they've changed it so if I leave the lights on in the Seamoth, it'll actually continue to drain batteries. It never used to in the past, but that doesn't mean that's not what's happening now. Alright, so that fixes that one. Now we'll change the battery. Area's still fine. Power cell, left mouse button. Okay, unload power cell charge 0. Okay, so we can unload a power cell. That's so we can actually load them into the charger, and got 2 deads and 1 live. So we'll load the new one. Yeah, I left the lights on. I left the lights on and it drained the battery.
Welcome
That's
aboard,
great.
Captain.
Alright. I'm really going to have to build a battery recharger now. So we spiral ourselves down. I really think the observation port should probably go another one down, actually. What have we got here? Habitat. 9.3, so we're now actually getting structural issues. Okay, that's alright. That's okay. So we build 2 more lengths down, and then we want a standard corridor, which, yeah, that way will do. Now, I'm just going to quickly jump in the Seamoth for a moment so I can grab some air.
Of oxygen remaining.
Actually, since we pulled that window down, this may be useful because I might have some glass now. Glass, 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 glass. Yes, I do. Alright, so next up we want the observation dome, which are 3 enameled glass each. Put 1 there. I'm going to put 1 on the other side. 4.8. I'm going to have to start building. I think it's some lithium upstairs so I can build a reinforcement. 1.8. And hatch, please don't take more than 1 durability. Please? 0.8. Ooh, that's cutting it fine. Alright, into the base. And here is our observation ports at the bottom of the base. And if we look up through the top, we can see the tube down and the bottom of our surface base. So the plan is to build a whole bunch of lights off of this so it makes a nice bright area to bring the Cyclops into once we actually have it. I wonder how deep it goes down directly under here, because I could potentially, if I build a ladder just here for starters, I could potentially continue building directly down with this tube and go all the way to the bottom of the ocean. So we'll climb up, and this puts us in the lower section of our base. Should have built the bioreactor just there. And this is the room where we stripped out the ladders, and we are out of titanium, so I need more. So it looks like we are going to go on a hunt after all. It's alright, we can exit back down here. That does look fantastic though. The underside of the floating islands from an observation dome. Exit outside. Let's see how deep this goes. At the moment this thing is rated to 200 meters, so... $130 down and we've got something.
Caution.
There's the bottom.
Passing safe depth.
Whoa, that is a deep chasm.
Warning.
Can I even see?
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
You can just see the outlines of the bottom of the floating island from here. Exit out, 197. That is a deep hole. That is a bloody deep hole. Not sure if I find any titanium down here. Because they could definitely use some more at the moment. 236, I need to rebreather for this.
Of oxygen
Gold.
remaining.
Yeah, I definitely need a rebreather for this. Yeah, this is a bad idea. Very, very, very bad idea. That's that idea out. What have we got? Let's head over this way. We need to find some more titanium so I can continue to build below. And see exactly what else we can come up with. Unfortunately, this is the big part of Subnautica, is searching for the materials you need to actually start building the bases, and I really want this
safe depth.
Safe depth. Yes, I know. Unfortunately, I really need to do this because I need the chance to explore, or at least get the parts for the moon pool. At the moment, I'm restricted on how far I can actually travel and where I can go because the submarine's depth is limited to only 200 meters. If I can find the parts for the moon pool comes with a way of building upgrades for the Seamoth. Those upgrades will allow me to actually... Hang on a second. No, I'm seeing things. Allow me to increase the depth that the Seamoth can go down.
Passing safe depth.
God, I want to turn that warning off. Of course, if I turn that warning off, I'd go straight past safe depth and wind up crushing the Seamoth. But yeah, it allows me to increase the depth of the Seamoth out significantly, so I can start taking it more interesting places and look for more interesting tech. That requires being out here, just trolling the bottom of the ocean. Plenty of quartz out here. Oh, we have a tech box. I will definitely take a look at that.
Hull damage
there we go.
imminent.
This is why I'm constantly repairing this thing. Now, where to go? There it is. Pull out our scanner. What have we got here? Nuclear reactor fragment. Well, I'll definitely take that, considering I've got power issues. 50%, 2 of 4. Okay. And we'll just continue on at just above crush depth.
Warning, maximum depth reached.
Or
Hull
just below
damage
crush
imminent.
depth, depending on what mood I am in. It is pretty. And there's some more, there's another tech box, so we can have a look at that. And we're going into shallower waters here. There's actually 2. Brilliant. Come on, moon pool. Nuclear reactor. Yeah, I'll take it. Actually, if the other one's a nuclear reactor fragment, that... Spiked horngrass. Alright, we'll scan that as well while we're here. Add it to encyclopedia. And nuclear reactor fragment. Yay, we can build a nuke reactor. The problem is, I probably need the Seamoth parts in order to be able to actually get the uranium that's required to power it. And I think I was about to be attacked then and something just slammed into the hull.
Acquired. Caution, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
No, there's not. I've got a full load. I'm inside the submarine. You're too late. You're too slow. Quit your bitching. Reclaim water.
Passing safe depth.
I really should have ground up some more titanium so I can continue the expansion, but at least the base section is now running and is self-sustaining. Although I don't have a water reclamator or a distillery yet. That'll definitely suck down the juice. I'm pretty sure the bioreactors won't be able to feed that.
Passing safe depth.
And that right there, Cyclops bridge fragment. And that's the bridge part. The Cyclops comes in pieces, so you got to find Cyclops bridge, Cyclops hull, and I think there's one more set of components. That is the completion of the bridge, so that's part of the Cyclops done. Might have to troll around this area a little bit more and see what I can find. Alright.
Caution. Passing safe depth.
Safe depth, yeah. You're more annoying than the AI inside of a Russian fighter in DCS, I swear. I mean, even bitching Betty isn't annoying as you. And that's saying something. What have we got here? Nothing. That's a damn shame, and I want to go further down, but... Come on, lights on. 91% power, so we're still good there, and I can't see any boxes, so I'm not going for a swim. That is quartz. Quartz and a couple of nodes. It's interesting that there's no Cyclops, not Cyclops fragments, Aurora fragments down here. This is where you normally find the bulk of your titanium supply from. With the Aurora exploding, you would think that that would be a common element that you would find in, or common resource that you would find in pretty much every location on the map. As when something explodes like that, it throws stuff everywhere regardless of it is, but it seems the titanium components only really show up around the safe shallows and the Redgrass Sea area. You rarely see them anywhere else. I believe that... Where is it? Over here is lithium, I believe. Yes, I'll take that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Lithium's used in the reinforcements, and considering my structural integrity is now 0.8, I really need to build a couple of those. At first I thought the base wasn't actually going to be affected by structural integrity due to actually building the base components on the surface, because anything you build above the surface doesn't seem to make a difference, but it only seems to matter below the surface, so, or it seems to still have some effect below the surface, so that's fine.
Caution, passing safe depth.
Hello. Now these are normally guarded by stuff, and at 181 meters down, whatever is guarding these will not be friendly. So of course let's go outside for a swim, because yeah, that's what I do. Cargo. At the moment these cargo boxes can't seem to be opened at all. Oh, lithium. I'll take that. Thank you very much. I'm listening at the moment because this deep down, I would not be surprised if I had a Reaper come out as the defense for this.
Caution. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah. I'm going back to get more air. This could be potentially interesting. The problem is this is a big wreck and it's deep down, so I'm likely going to require a laser cutter to get inside. Although, so far I've been able to work my way around them without one. So we'll just do a scan of the outside, because I'm concerned about what could potentially be out here and see whether or not there's any boxes that we can check out. We can get sort of into the center from there, but I don't know if that's going to actually lead somewhere, or those chests appear empty. You will occasionally find crates that you can open up, but Nothing here so far. Lots of stuff broken open, nothing in the way of supply. And interestingly, again, no metal. No recoverable metal. No crates out there. I assume at some point you'll be able to open up those crates, but just for the moment I found no way to. Alright, it's now night time, so it's going to make things even more fun, because it's fun playing in the dark. And that requires a laser cutter. Let's move the seam off over here so I can actually have a look. It's leading inside the wreck component, but not inside the actual rooms of the wreck itself. Don't get stuck, not down here. That would be very bad. If you don't mind, thank you. We've got a hollow center in the center. Looks like another door there that's closed, but I see no lights on it. I would love a game that was just a load of this, where you had maybe a buildable base, but a pre-established base in, say, I spoke a little bit about this last time, but let's say Earth in, let's call it 200 years. The polar ice caps have melted, the whole planet is now underwater. Probably go a little bit beyond reality and really sink the whole planet Waterworld style, and have people living in cities underwater, and you can establish your own colony, build your own base, and explore what's left of the world like this. Of course, you'd have to have some hostiles and some kind of protagonist, a bit of a storyline as well, but yeah, I'd play a game like that. Oh, hello. Or maybe not. I almost got inside it there. That looks like it's sealed. Yeah, it's sealed. Damn it. I thought that was an entrance. Well, that was a waste of time. Let's go back to looking around. At least it's a waste of time until I come back here with... Hang on, I have to fix that. Reclaimed water drops your food, but my food's dropping faster than the water, so that solves some problems. Yeah, at least it's useless to me until I come back here with a laser cutter. Now, I need to keep a lookout for a rather large
passing safe depth
crystalline structure. It'll be a diamond. I've got everything I need to build the laser cutter except the diamond. I haven't been able to find one yet. Sometimes you get lucky near the surface, near the red grass plains, but most of them are found in the depths. Because obviously, you know, the game designers don't want you digging through the big wrecks that have all the cool stuff inside of them until you've really had to have a dig around. And that's salt. There's salt deposits. Amazingly no tech, and I'm right on the edge of a drop-off again, so I can't go any deeper without swimming, and I don't have the oxygen or the rebreather at the moment, so I don't have the supplies I need to go deeper. I really must plan my exploration and stuff like this a lot better. Here I was planning on doing an episode that was all just building, and oh, we're back at the wreck again. Okay, so this... There's no map, but this looks like a outcrop over a massive drop, and it's surrounded on all sides by the drop itself. At the very least, that should make it fairly easy to locate again. Current power 82, 37% food. I've probably got a few more minutes that I can afford to stay out here before I've got to actually shoot back. What is that? No. So, I haven't seen this before, but if that's what I think it is... God, that drop makes me nervous. Uranite. Base ingredient for uranium. I might be able to power up this base after all if I can find some more of that. And ask and you shall receive. We'll grab another chunk of that. I think, and please don't quote me on this, although I'm sure somebody's going to correct me in the comment section, but I think you've got to refine the uranite into uranium in order to be able to power the nuclear reactors. I don't know how much you need. And we have some tech. Let's see what we've got here. Cyclops pressure compensator. Okay, so the Cyclops pressure compensator components come in the normal Volt style rather than the broken wreck looking components. That's interesting to know. I thought they were all changed over to wreck looking parts. Running over the local wildlife again as we continue through, and we have a pile of quartz up this hill, some salt.
Caution, passing safe depth.
Yes, 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 yes. Shut up. Nothing there. Let's pick up some altitude. We're in green water. Green water is usually the kelp forests. So I'm not entirely sure exactly where we are on the map now. Check around these outcroppings. Nope, 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 nope. That beacon is getting awfully large, but it is moving. That's the beacon for my escape pod, which magically teleported itself halfway across the map or more last patch. It appears I'm closing on it at the moment, but it keeps moving. It's further around. It's almost as far south now as my island base. 139 meters, so we're definitely closer to the surface, and
Caution,
there's a drop-off.
Passing safe depth.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to cross to the other side, and we'll see what's over there. We've got a little bit more time to have a look around before we've got to return back. Otherwise, I'll starve to death. I can get a thermal knife, and I can solve that problem at least. Speaking of which, I have the parts for the upgrade bay. I just need the titanium to build it. And we have sand sharks, so I imagine this is the drop-off on the far side of the red grass plains.
Caution, passing safe depth.
Yeah, keep growling, bitch, you can't do anything about it. And that is titanium. Thank you, I'll take that metal salvage and then get back to my submarine as fast as humanly possible. Because I'm crazy, not stupid. And sand shark hitting right there. Sneaky bugger. Right, well, there's definitely nothing on my base side, so it's worth having. Oh, and we have, of course, titanium nodes and 2 techs and a sand shark. These things are really pissed that I tamed a couple of their kids, I think. And we got multiple tech nodes here too, so I really want these. Come on, have another shot. Have a go if you think you're hard enough. Come on. .66 on health. I'm forever repairing this thing. Alright. I think we managed to get them to piss off for the moment, so Seamoth upgrade console fragment. I'll take that, thank you.
Caution.
Grab the tech nodes
Passing
first.
safe depth.
Just go chase the... You shits really don't get it, do ya? It's faster than you and it's made of metal.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Yeah, physics hurts. Okay. Don't come back. That's right, that way. Seamoth upgrade console. Come on, poke your head up again. You're not fooling me, I know you're there. You stay over there. Both of yous were there. Ooh, you sneaky. I'm getting these tech nodes. I haven't got enough tech in the last couple of
Caution.
videos.
Passing safe depth.
And I'm running behind. Alright, you distracted? Where'd it go? 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 Don't start sparking on me. There it is,
Caution.
directly below me.
Blood nutrient levels decreasing. Calorie intake recommended.
Thermal plant. I'll take the titanium while I'm at it. Get back in the sub. Alright. One more. I think that's all there was. We'll turn the lights off for the moment, conserve a bit of power. They're all over there. Scanner room fragment. This is all new tech that I don't have. 25 on a 4, so that's big tech. We back this off a notch. Just a notch to about here. How much space do I have? Plenty. Alright, we'll take that as well. We see a sand shark starting up behind us. Oh, God. This is where all the tech's hiding. The other side of the red grass plains from where I was up. Another one? Really? Notice they're a lot more passive now, although I suppose it is daytime, so they're on the less aggressive side. Either that or they just saw me beat the living crap out of a whole bunch of their species and they finally got the point. Oh shit. Nope, 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 nope. I know exactly what that is, and this thing is not built to handle it. I am getting the hell out of here. That was a Reaper Leviathan. Well, at least I've confirmed they're definitely in this save game. Yeah, I'm gonna take what I've got and cut and run. Sorry guys, I need a bigger boat. I need a much, much, much bigger boat for that. Well, now I know why all the tech's over there as well. It's got a bodyguard. This thing's leaking like a sieve at the moment, 14%, yes. It was time to bug out anyway. By the time I get up to my food supply, I'm going to be down to, well, under 10% on food. So I definitely need to deal with that. But we'll be able to approach in and see whether or not my little pillar down with the observation ports is nice and visible for a guidance. Don't have any lights on it yet, but we should be able to see it regardless. And there it is. Hey, it looks alright. Bring this up to the surface. And that can just stay right there for the moment. Oh, yeah, no, I turned the lights off on it, I think. So it should be all good.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Should we quickly deal with the food problem before anything else? Anyways, ladies and gents, I'm probably going to call this one here once I've grabbed a bite to eat and got myself safely inside the base. I now have some titanium to process, some new tech developments, and... Actually, no, before we go, we won't go just yet. Won't go just yet, because I'm sure there are going to be people that are going to be a little bit curious about whether or not I can actually refine some uranium out of that, because that would have made that whole trip worth it just for the nuclear reactor and the, well, what I need to run it. Okay, so first, nuclear reactor tech, power, nuclear reactor, 2 titanium ingots, 3 lead and lubricant. That's not too bad, I can get across that without too much of an issue. But the big question is resources, advanced materials, uranium, 3 uranite crystals. I have 2, so I was right. So I need 3 uranite to make 1 uranium, which will run the nuclear reactor, but I don't know for how long. But anyways, well, there we go. The end of our run. We have 2 organic power plants running at the moment. We have relatively stable power in the base. I'll probably replace one of those with the nuclear power plant once I've got enough uranite stored up. And we have some new tech, so all in all, not a bad run. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Click like if you do, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you in the depths.